Hello and welcome to this Inspector Calls webinar for years 10 and 11. We are looking at Mrs. Birling and we are trying to look at quotations that reveal her character and quotations that we can analyse using subject terminology. The first set of quotations that we're looking at for Mrs. Birling are quotations that show that she is a character who is ignorant. She only has a very limited capacity to understand complex issues beyond herself. She says of her own son, who's 20, in his early 20s, he's just a boy. He's anything but a boy. He is someone who visits prostitutes. He's an alcoholic. He fathers a child out of wedlock. He's anything but a boy. And that noun, boy, really shows that she doesn't have the capacity to understand that her own son could be so wild and renegade under her nose. And then she also says, from the way you children talk, you might be wanting to help him instead of us. Firstly, they aren't children. Her children, her offspring are in their early 20s, but also the fact that she thinks they're siding with the inspector shows that she doesn't understand. The children have the capacity to understand that the inspector is forcing them to reconsider their life choices and forcing them to think about how they treat people who are less fortunate in a lower class than them. And she just thinks that her kids are ganging up on her. And then when she says, again, near the end of the play, they're overtired. In the morning, they'll be as amused as we are. Again, shows that limited capacity to really understand these complex ideas. They're looking at guilt and shame and whether it matters if what you have done comes out in public or private. They're looking at moral responsibility. And she just thinks it's a bit funny and they're overtired. So she's a limited character, an ignorant character. She's also very much an elitist. She's more obsessed with class and reputation and superiority than she is with morality and kindness and doing the right thing. She says of Eva Smith coming to her committee to ask for charity when Eva Smith is pregnant, she says, "I didn't like her manner. She impertinently made use of our name." Instead of really understanding that Eva Smith was desperate, she talks about our name, and that plural possessive pronoun, our, suggests that she understands herself as an institution, as an authority rather than just an individual. And she even boasts, naturally, that was one of the things that prejudiced me against her case. She boasts about being prejudiced. She's much more interested in keeping her reputation than really keeping in step and understanding a young woman's plight. And she even blames the man before she realizes that it's her own son who got Eva Smith pregnant. He didn't belong to her class. That's all the more reason why he shouldn't escape. And this is very telling, that shows that she's judging him. If he's mingling with someone outside of his own class, there is punishment. And that word escape signifies that she shows that he should be trapped or somehow jailed for mixing with people from his other than his class. Finally, I think it's really important to understand that she is very much an unsympathetic character who's unkind and unwilling to show any inch of remorse. So when she says, "I was perfectly justified, I did nothing I'm ashamed of," that was when she knew that the young girl had died of disinfectant bleach poisoning. She's still not ashamed or remorseful in any way. And she says, "It's disgusting to me that the girl was thinking kindly about her affair with Gerald. She couldn't understand that even an affair with a married man was a small bit of compassion that Eva Smith had gained." And she said, as if a girl of that sort would ever refuse money. Again, she's unwilling to understand that someone of a lower class would have moral scruples that would stop them from accepting stolen money. So she's an ignorant character, an elitist, and very hard-hearted. She's embodying some of the worst traits of the upper classes, and that's how Priestley is using her. I hope you understand Mrs. Birling a bit better now. Thank you for joining me.